I was telling Cam it's gonna taste like ashes in the mouth to say, but that Obi-Wan show is actually watchable.
Wow.
It hurts. I put it on because I knew it was gonna put me to sleep the first night, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. Like
Uh-oh.
it navigates the stream of problems that you immediately have with it right out of the gate. It's kind of like, okay, well, he lives, so there's no stakes that he's
Mhm.
gonna die,
No.
and Luke and Leia like are alive, so like they kidnap Leia. It's like it's super bad in the sense of like what can we do? It just reeks of like what can we do? But it's actually done like kind of well, and it's not like it's kind of interesting. Like I give it a moderate thumbs up, which is more than I can say for any other Disney Plus show.
It's a Star Wars. The Star Wars story is getting just overplayed right now. It's getting way too much work, and it's trying to just steal whatever it can out of the original trilogy. And The Mandalorian was cool, but again, it got so repetitive. Every episode was the same. What's it called? The same equation. It's like
It was the same side quest.
Yeah, it's like I need to go to this, and then I got to do this side quest first, and then I get a little bit farther in the overall story, and then I got to go to this thing because it caused another problem, and blah 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 blah. But
I have a different title for that show. It's called The Man on Board Again.
Man, who said that?
Man, I'm bored again.
Every time.
No, but dude, that's like one of my tropes. Remember, like where it's a movie where you just keep like, and then you gotta find this, and you gotta go do this, and then okay, well, we just found out we gotta go over here. Now, time for a 3 episode arc where we travel to the blah blah blah. But wait,
A little
it
scavenger.
wasn't there.
Did you
Scavenger
guys-
hunt.
Scavenger hunt trope.
Did you guys watch Silicon Valley on HBO?
No.
No.
It was Mike Judge's show where
Yeah, it's Mike Judge with T.J. Miller.
Yeah, with TJ Miller, and it's like a show where the guys are creating like a new search engine, and they're competing with the Google of that world or whatever. It's a tech thing, and it's the exact same thing. And it goes. I think I made it through 3 seasons where they build up, they build up, they build up until they're about to win it all, and then the end of the season, something happens where their whole project is fucked. And then the next season it repeats again and it repeats. And like you finally realize the equation's the same thing every single time.
You're like, they're not gonna do anything different.
No, it's literally it starts over again. Yeah, I get duped every time. And I'm sitting there like, God damn it, I watched this whole fucking season again. Like
Rinse
I'm
and
never
repeat.
watching this shit.
Speaking of duped, do you guys watch Barry?
Mm-hmm. Don't I haven't watched
you
the
haven't watched
finale
that?
yet.
Okay, then I
Not
won't
the
really.
finale. Yeah.
I don't, well, just even without the finale, we
Mm.
just watched the finale like 5 minutes ago.
Mhm.
Like it feels like wheel spinning. Like I know they had to put it on hold for COVID and everything, but the whole season feels like nothing really happening and just like
I agree,
yeah,
dude. It was like nothing's really happening.
Yeah,
It's like everyone's starting to yada yada yada.
I don't know.
That sounds like when Kyle and I, what season of it was The Walking Dead, where we called it The Walking Around?
Oh,
I think
dude, so
that was like definitely like maybe
Four?
three or four.
Yeah.
We got
so
That's all they
so
did.
in college, it was right around when The Walking Dead came out and was getting super popular. So a bunch of like the nerdier dudes in my fraternity, they would come upstairs and we had like a big screen TV and like a whole setup that was like couches, and then we built a platform.
Chair.
Yeah, we had the dildo going in and out of the chair, and but no, so they used to have like watch parties, and I remember walking out because I finally watched an episode of it, and I was like, "Hey, this is pretty good. I'm actually into this." And I'd go out there and watch, and they'd scream at all the parts, the pop out parts, and even
These guys seem really cool.
Oh, they're the coolest dudes. They were the
You
coolest.
still have their numbers?
So
Can we
It's all
get a
like,
friend of the pod?
So my buddy Fletcher, you guys know him. He came over one night to watch one of the episodes, and like they did the screaming thing again, and he's like, "You guys are fucking lame. It's television." And he's like, "I'm never coming over here again." And like walked home, and we're like, "Yeah, Yeah, the Walking Dead
left
sucks.
because of it.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine getting like scared at a thing. Like
It was
in the movie theater, the sound is really loud. So like,
Right.
yes, you can get like jump scared
Startled.
by just like somebody shot a gun next to
Yes.
you. Like,
No, I mean
whoa, what
it's
happened?
human
Yeah.
nature to like jump out at like a pop scare like that.
Yeah,
but
but like
yeah.
being like viscerally like is so like
That's
you're
literally
watching
what they were doing.
You're watching a movie. Like,
Yeah.
are you really
This
that
isn't
like
real.
entranced?
There's no zombie here. You know, that you're not gonna get
That
hurt.
guy was in Boondock Saints.
Yeah, same guy. I was thinking that the whole time.
He's a
Guy
he's
with
a
the arrow?
Boondock.
He's
a
a
saint.
boondock. He's
Shit.
one of them saints.
Another unwatchable movie.
Dude, I don't know. We've tried to watch it recently. It is just as cringy as
Oh.
you imagine it is.
Me and
It's
Dev
so
It does
bad.
not
watched
age
it.
well. It
It does not age well.
Yeah, it's like the most pathetic, like, and then they got guns, and then they put the guns, and then they shoot the guns. It's like that's the plot.
And the bad guys,
and then they say
they
something
were the
Irish.
ones who were scared.
And
they
then they
talk-
have like trench
they-
coats on, and they come in from the ceiling, and they're like,
And Willem Dafoe says some crazy shit.
he's saying crazy stuff the whole movie. He narrates half the scenes.
Does a bunch of questionable things in a wig, and it wasn't in the script. It
That
was
wasn't
all,
in the script and had nothing to do with the plot.
Hey, Willem just came to work in a wig one day. And we just let him
here's
roll
where
with it.
I'm thinking I do some sort of drag type gay sex type of thing. What do you guys think?
all right.
Well,
Well, there is
well, you're
no
the biggest
way.
actor
the
in this.
only
so-
thing we got going on for this movie. It's the only interesting thing this movie has going
Listen,
on.
Willem,
Just whatever
you-
you want to do. You
You're
want
not
to dance
passable
around.
as a woman at all.
I know.
I
That's
know.
what makes it great.
That's what's gonna be great. I'm gonna show my dick at one point.
It's
Yeah.
PG-13.
I've been
Somewhat of
workshopping all
a
this.
cross-dresser myself.
Edit it out. I don't care. I'm pulling my dick out.
This guy's throwing out Spider-Man memes.
Willem Dafoe, known packing guy.
Known
I don't
packer.
think that's true.
It 100%
Oh, it-
is
yeah, 100%
because
is.
it's
Yeah.
there's like the gif of him like dancing around.
Willem Dafoe's got a cannon?
Oh,
Am
massive.
Are you making me Google this? Am I having to
No,
throw
it
off
really
my
is out
algorithm?
there. It's
I'm
really
gonna have to
out
go
there.
on dark search mode.
Yeah, you
You
gotta.
don't even have
Yeah,
to.
keep this
It's-
incognito.
It's public knowledge.
It
You
is.
got a
yeah.
thigh crawler?
William
Yeah,
Dafoe
he's-
penis.
gif. It's him like the dancing around.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that.
I know
A
because I've
lot.
sent it
A
to you
lot
guys
of times.
every day.
Like yeah,
Dude, I send it to you every morning when I wake up.
I watch it on repeat every morning.
That's the VHS that gets stretched out. in the-
Exactly. That's my personal one.
You know,
good
I'm
morning.
somewhat of a packing guy myself.
Yeah, crickets.
I mean,
dude.
I see like one-off articles, and there's a thing about how he had to use a stunt cock because his was too
Ooh.
big. But
Uh-oh.
that feels like a story planted
Self-
by himself.
self-planted
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I got an article for you.
Written
Well,
by,
can we see it? No, just put the article out, and then
You're just
written
gonna have
by
to take my word
Dylan
for it.
Wafoe.
it's the mystery.
Oh, Bill.
Dillum. This is from Dillum.
Written by Dylan Wafoe.
Lars von
This guy's
Trier
packing,
finds
you.
Willem Dafoe's penis confusingly large.
Lars, you gotta say this, dude.
I mean, it's not. It just looks like a normal penis in this scene. Is this what you're talking about? This dancing naked
I
with
don't know,
some
it's one of-
crazy long-haired lady?
Hold it up to the camera.
No,
Yeah, I'm trying to see it.
No.
It like flashed out last time. Yeah, see.
Oh,
Ah.
just send it to the group.
Oh no, there it is.
Oh, there
there
you
you
go.
This
Oh,
is
boy.
that thing's
definitely
fucking
getting
massive, dude.
flagged.
Get a little girth.
Okay.
Whatever.
I know my next poster.
That
Yeah,
still frame
that's-
on the
yeah.
outside of my front door.
We're trying to test the limits of YouTube to see what can get flagged. You had full male nudity on your show?
Yeah, but nobody saw it.
That's just us four.
Yeah.
The views were just us.
Yeah.
and I don't care. I'm the one who brought it up.
You just got to put sex in the title. I'll just start doing super
No,
clickbait
everything is
titles
just
now. Every episode is whatever.
Willem
freaking
Dafoe shows dick.
Sex,
Amber Heard
penis,
missionary position.
That'll get
Amber
10
Heard, Johnny
million.
Depp, penis.
Whatever's like the
sex.
latest, like
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser pounds whoever he wants.
Well, I thought that She-Hulk would be like clickbaity because people would be talking about She-Hulk, but apparently it's so bad that nobody even cares. Just like
Forgot it was even a thing.
I don't think
She-Hulk.
our videos are showing up at the top of the search results
well, see,
when
that's
people are
why
looking anyways.
I know how to
has
fix
a
that.
monopoly. That's not fair. People need to
Yeah.
be seeing our content.
well, as long as we're bringing this up, I definitely had a question that I wanted to ask you guys. And what do you think? It was one of two things. Sony did one of two things. When they put out Morbius, and it bombed, and all the It's Morbin Time memes came out, and they did one of two things. They either just had the balls to just be like, oh man, people want to see it, like the meme is super popular, let's just put it out again. Or were they just didn't get it. They didn't get the irony behind it.
No, dude, it's number one for sure. So the studios will steer in to whatever the public narrative is, no matter if it's positive or negative, right? So like when Captain Marvel, that stupid Brie Larson movie came out, it's just like whatever, run of the mill, like stupid Marvel movie. But because there was such backlash from fat incel bearded guys online being like, fuck this is crazy, Disney just like steered right into that and was like, you need to go see this to like as an act for women, right? As like
if you
a
stand up for
statement
women, come,
and
come
it's like,
see it.
wait, so how is giving billions of dollars to a multinational corporation doing anything for women? Well, it's just yes, we do make some money, but you're really doing this for women.
We turn a small profit.
No, that was the advertisement, was the It's Morbin Time back in 1,000 theaters.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They said,
dude,
oh shit.
Did you see the numbers on that? It made
still terrible.
$85,000 in 1,000 theaters. That's $85 per theater.
Wow, that's like historically bad, isn't it?
Dude, no, well, it did something special because I've never heard of this before, of a movie coming out, bombing, going away, and then coming out and bombing again. That doesn't happen ever. Like, right?
Re-released for no reason.
Like
They said, "Are you sure?"
Bombed to come out again, just to bomb again. Like,
you guys sure? Oh, okay, yeah, you're sure.
That's never happened before, right? Like, that's
so. Who saw it? Have you guys seen it yet?
No.
Well, it's actually compressed into a GIF, and you can just watch the whole thing in like a super compressed GIF. And there's like Morbius 247 on Twitch. It's just running all the time.
Oh,
I'm not gonna watch it, but that's a thing.
No. I've seen that dance scene, and that's all I need to see.
Wikipedia says it made $163 million.
No, it made a profit, but like bombed critically. Like,
well,
yeah,
that's
it's
Morbius.
I mean, dude, that's the thing. Like, what if everybody sees it, but everybody hates it? Is that still not bombing? Like,
wait, his name out of the gate is Michael Morbius.
Yes, that's his
but
name.
Morbius is the vampire guy. Okay.
How do they know who it is?
That would be like his name being Hulk.
Henry Hulk.
Harry Hulk.
Well, Stanley Spider-Man.
Stanley Spider-Man happened to be turned into Spider-Man. What
are the odds? What are the odds? I actually wanted to be Batman, but
Barry Batman.
My stupid Spider-Man parents.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll ever see this thing, but I don't know. I said the same thing about Venom, and I've loosely seen clips of it. So
I haven't seen the second Venom. I saw the first one; it wasn't bad.
No,
that's our guy, Tom Hardy, friend of the pod.
No,
that's our guy.
Local
I love Venom.
We got to make sure we bring him up every single time.
Yeah, you got to bring him up every single time. I was thinking we should have a full segment at the end of every episode, and
everyone
throughout the
comes
week,
up with a quote.
We collect horrible quotes and memes that like you want to show, like and because there's so many of them. Like Instagram is such a cesspool, and I'm sure every other social media is too. Like there's so many great ones that I just want to show all the time. Where you're like, what is this? Who is this for? Like half of them are misspelled,
I just found a good
attributed to
one.
Will Smith.
People are uncomfortable when you get comfortable with silence.
No, I found a really good one on Google right now. Some people will only like you if you fit inside their box. Don't be afraid to shove that box up their ass.
Who's that from? Mel Gibson?
Tom Hardy smoking a cigarette.
Oh. He's always drinking coffee, smoking a cigarette. He's constantly just wired.
I need to do something.
I got my espresso and my cigarette, and I just sit here penning quotes.
Wired.
That was insane.
It's only these
so
normies
jacked
knew.
up on caffeine, coming up with quotes.
Sometimes you're the hawk, and everybody is a mouse.
Don't be afraid.
It's just predator prey animals in every sentence.
Sometimes you sit in silence, but they don't know you're just plotting your next move. Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Anything. So this was for your movie interview. We're not quite sure what this has to do with your latest role.
You're just saying that. You're just saying that.
So what does this have to do with your Wyatt Earp biography film?
It has everything to do with
It
it.
has everything to do with it. You're a mouse. Get out of here.
Of course you don't understand.
Don't let waking up be the first thing you do. What?
What are you talking about? Tom, we haven't gotten a single real quote from you in years.
Tom, again, Wyatt Earp.
Please.
Anything. Hell, movie. We'll take
I find
movie.
myself thinking about that a lot, actually. It scares others.
Have you guys ever seen Lawless? With
I think that's the movie
With
I'm
Shia and
I'm
him?
referring
Yeah,
to.
I have,
but
yeah.
I never saw it.
he gets super fucked up that whole movie.
He gets like shot in the neck or something.
He just gets like killed like multiple times.
Yeah, he gets murdered a couple times.
He gets killed multiple times in the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's an audience pleasure.
So let's hear it, Tyler. Boat trip.
Oh boy.
The review,
Let's get it
20
over
years
with.
in the making.
This movie, okay.
If we had a drum roll.
Well, to pick up from what you saw last week with a hot air balloon, this was actually, I thought, kind of a good idea. The hot air balloon was used as there was a breakup in the hot air balloon. So you're in the hot air balloon, and then you have the breakup. You can't get out of it, exactly. And then at some point, I think he throws up all over.
Why did he need to break up with her in the boat?
No, he was gonna propose. He was gonna propose.
Oh, she breaks up with him in the hot air balloon. Okay,
because he starts getting lightheaded and he pukes on her. Cuba.
And so she's like, "That's it. You're broken up with, Cuba."
She said something about she was cheating on him with tennis instructor, personal trainer.
Classic.
I can't remember. She was having a little entanglement.
And how did he prepare for this role?
Well, he got fucked up.
Drinking a lot and
going on a couple cruises.
Second note is an Artie Lang cameo.
Okay. Pre-nose bashed in.
Yeah, but
was
also
it Artie Lang or was it Horatio Sands? I forgot.
Both.
No, Horatio Sands is the co-star. But
that's
I'm
right.
assuming
That's right.
Artie Lang is
and the argument is actually pretty funny because Horatio. What happens is Horatio and Artie Lang is a travel agent, and at the beginning of the movie, Cuba and Horatio see this guy from their past who's with this hot chick, and he's like, "I met her on a cruise. Oh man, there's all these chicks that want to get busy on the cruises. You got to go on a cruise." So they're like, all right, let's book a cruise because they're two guys down on their luck. And so they book. Yeah. So they go to the booking agency and it's Artie Lang and, of course, Will Ferrell giving his buddy Horatio the rub. So the movie does a little box office.
When did this come out again?
2003 or something like that. And so they get into an argument booking the cruise. And then Will Ferrell steps in and goes, Artie Lang, why don't you step away?
Let's get back at them and get them on a different
I'm going to take care of this. Books them on a gay cruise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all types
Mhm.
of
Shenanigans.
borderline
Hilarity.
Chicanery.
ensues when they
Mhm.
realize, yes. It's actually pretty classic because it's just the whole movie is just teetering on the border of homophobia, of course.
Oh yeah.
Borderline.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
nowhere
yeah.
near borderline.
In 03 it was borderline. In 03 it was borderline. The crack hack link that Kyle sent, it had subtitles for a different movie.
So let me
Probably gave my phone a
try to
virus.
guess the plot. Let me try to guess the plot, and you tell me how close I am because I've never seen this,
You already
and
know.
I never even wrote the trailer. So conventional wisdom would say that the plot of the movie is that they go in and they're kind of like, "Whoa, gay guys, this is crazy. Our lives suck. This is the worst cruise ever." And then they realize that gay people are cool, and they
course.
learn a lesson that they learn like how to be more sensitive, normal guys, and
They meet
that
the two Scottish guys in the kilt.
Dude, I was gonna say that was my last note. My last note was, with all this unrealized homosexuality, the only thing this movie is missing is two guys in kilt.
And they go back to the Kuba goes back to the room with them.
Yeah.
and it all of a sudden turns out into a incredibly graphic gay
No, that's how
romp.
I bet like the first like them getting on there first is like that's the whole thing is like, wow, a lot of guys on here. Where are the chicks at? You
Yeah,
know,
yes,
like,
yes.
yeah.
So they at first they were like, "Oh,
course.
that's normal. Yeah, that's normal. Guy in assless chaps, no problem."
He's here to party.
Why were all those guys so excited to see us up on the tanning deck there?
And of
And
course,
yeah.
well, so this is the 90s, probably 80s, all movies up until very recently trope of like all gay guys want to fuck anyone ever, and if you're just a man,
Yeah.
they want to fuck you, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of gay panic or whatever they call.
Well,
Like
that idea is introduced by another cameo in the film, Roger Moore, which
okay,
I don't know how he got mixed up.
007, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Good man. I don't know how he
Isn't
got
he,
mixed
like,
up in this.
80.
Yeah, but he's of
He's-
course gay in real life.
Yeah.
So
You also missed one of the key tropes is that Cuba falls in love with like the masseuse,
waitress.
Rosalind Sanchez. No, she's like the dance instructor lady.
dance instructor, but he has to play like he's gay with Horatio.
Yeah.
That's classic.
Just to make sure that she like knows he wants to get to know her, and then of course he has the "I have to confess I'm not gay" moment, and then she goes, "I don't trust you."
Sorry. Do you know what that kind of reminds me of is have you guys ever seen Sorority Boys?
Yes, yeah, dude.
No.
I saw that in the theater with my mom.
Oh,
Like,
that's a
and
good
it's
one.
the most graphic movie ever.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Let's go see this one, Mom. It's a
It's called
classic.
Sorority Boys. It'll be funny.
So
No,
what
it's with Harlan Williams. And,
does Horatio Sands have any love interest duties, or he's just there to be fat?
He's comic relief for sure. Granted,
he-
I saw parts of this 15 years ago, so I can't, like, Tyler just watch it, he would tell you.
So what is the arc? What do they learn? What is the point?
So I mean, obviously, it starts out with them being very alarmed that they're on a gay cruise, and then eventually, like, there's a part where Horatio Sands gets drunk playing poker with a couple of the guys, and he falls asleep in one of the guys' rooms, and then he's all worried that something happened because they slept in the same bed, and then he realizes that the guy assures him, "Man, no, nothing happened. I just took care of you because you were drunk. It's all good." So he realizes, like, hey, they're nice guys, and then
It wasn't raped.
yeah, exactly.
That's the bar.
That's your baseline, yeah.
For
And,
being a nice guy.
Cuba it leans into it pretty hard. He actually at one point does a dance in like a
You gotta have a dance.
full drag outfit.
As I pointed out
there's
before.
a lot of dancing in this movie.
You got to
because
dance for comedy.
Yeah.
That is comedy. Dancing.
He comes out in like the full-on platform heels, and
The
it's
drag.
like the
Yeah.
drag. And,
Yeah, you gotta. That was the movie.
and then the payoff is that he's been acting gay for the whole movie, and then they go to this island and they're under this orange tree, and he's like she's saying she's real horny, you know what I mean? And Cuba's basically like, well, okay, well, she's like, I just wish you were straight, and he's like, oh well, oh yeah, no, I am like, we can do this
Check
right
out
now.
this dick.
Yeah, we can do this right now. And she starts talking to him like he's gay, being like, okay, well, we'll ease into it. We'll take our time. I don't want to alarm you or anything. And he goes, oh no, and just starts hammering her under the orange tree. and then like it pulls away obviously and just shows the tree shaking around. And then it zooms back out and they're up to their neck in oranges.
I didn't know it was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
What if he went? The radio is turned on.
Yeah. It was playing some super early 2000s R&B song too while it happened.
What?
She was just like, all right, cool. Yeah,
and then the ending credits come on.
And that's the way the movie ends.
Totally good. Yeah.
That's not the worst thing I could have imagined, but pretty bad.
Yeah, Cuba, he was getting after it.
You know how we do Cincinnati. I guess it 2003, his career wasn't that dead. So like, did he owe somebody a favor or somebody? Like, what is Cuba in this for?
It must have been one of those studio movies. It had to be.
It's kind of puzzling, to be honest.
Because when I think of that title,
to that, I think.
Well, radio is pretty bad. But
well, he also, what's it called? Didn't he get like awards for that?
Yeah,
for radio?
But it's like a.
Oh man,
isn't he like mentally challenged?
Yeah,
or something?
Simple Jack, dude.
He went half.
Simple Jack, Simple Rick.
Cuba.
I'm trying to see where this lands, like in between in his career.
Yeah, check his IMDb.
I'm checking it right now.
Because when I think of that cover, I think more of Horatio Sands and the Tomcats guy with the buck from Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Snow Dogs was right before this.
Okay, so his career was over. Never mind.
Yeah, it was going down. Yeah.
And Radio was 2 movies later.
Best movie. What's Cuba's best movie?
Cuba's
probably like Boys
Pearl
in the
Harbor.
Hood.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Or
I knew.
I mean,
maybe
he's in, I didn't know he was in Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor.
What? Yeah. He's in As Good as It Gets.
Like seriously, it's the best movie.
Wait, he's in As Good as It Gets?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's in A Few Good Men.
What's it called? What's the Tom Cruise movie?
Oh, Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Yeah.
And A Few Good Men.
Oh, I'm confusing it with the movie that Something's Gotta Give movie.
He's in Something's Gotta Give as well.
Yeah. As man.
She's my Something's Gotta Give.
He's like, well, if Jack's in it, I'm sure it's fine.
It'll never not be funny.
And they're like, you're playing random character number 1.
And Jack's taking a lion's share of any money that thing might have made.
Well, if you guys don't mind segueing, last episode I said I would come with 10 movies to see if Ryan has seen them or not.
Okay.
Yep.
And
I'm interested.
I'm extremely curious because I love all these movies. Actually, the first one I put it first because I like it. I don't like love it, but all of these movies, in my opinion, are popular movies that most people have seen.
Mm-hmm.
And
so I'm
curious to see if Ryan has seen them. So
we're already 0 for 1 with Road Trip. So
now let's say this, Kyle. When you say the movie, me and Tyler answer first if we've seen it, and then Ryan can answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. So right off the bat, Gremlins.
Yes.
No.
All right. Good. Yeah, 1 for 1.
No. All right. Next one. Mars Attacks.
Yes.
Yes, but only recently. I only saw it within the last probably 2 years because Justin was like, hey, you got to watch this. It's funny. And I was like, all right. And so it was on something. It was
Tim Burton classic.
Mars Attacks is my favorite Tim Burton movie. It's my favorite.
I don't care.
It's so funny.
I saw it in theaters.
Tim Burton movie.
Although honestly, did he direct this or just produce it? I actually like Sleepy Hollow. I think
Oh,
it
he
has like a
directed it?
very
I love
cool
Sleepy
vibe.
Hollow.
Love Sleepy
Yeah,
Hollow.
I think that's
too.
my favorite Tim Burton movie.
I own that movie. Yeah.
I said it before, but I
it's
saw
cool.
that January 1st, 2000, like in the theaters when it came
It's a
out.
cool vibe.
All right, number 3. The Goonies.
Y2K.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but once again, only very recently, like within the last year or two.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah,
The
it was like
Goonies, to me,
people
I've
quote
seen-
the Goonies, and I have no idea what it is.
That's Danny's like favorite movie. I've seen it a
Yeah.
billion times. It's way too good. Like, I don't know. It's super good.
Q Sloth Loves Chunk Acacia Strain intro.
All right. Where are we at? Number 4. The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh man.
50%. We're wheeling.
2 for 2.
We are wheeling and dealing.
2 for 4.
Okay. Reddit's favorite movie, The Fifth Element.
Yes. Many
Yes.
times.
Nope.
Oh,
It's got Bruce Willis,
wow.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, but that's probably Bruce Willis's like
Chris Tucker.
one of his
Chris
top
Tucker,
3,
Mila
probably
Jovovich.
best movie.
Yeah.
That
Gary
sounds
Oldman.
terrible.
Gary
Chris
Nah.
Tucker
Oldman.
and Mila Jovovich.
That's good.
No, it's good.
No, The Fifth Element's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's sci-fi.
Okay.
It's
Continue.
a classic. It's an
2
absolute
for 5.
classic. Okay. We got an old one here. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
Let me back up. You guys have said yes to everything so far,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
So, but the thing is, so I think I've seen the first like 2 minutes and was like, oh fuck, is it like this with the cartoon
No.
and the knot? And I'm like,
You
no,
gotta
I'm
keep
out.
watching. You gotta keep
You gotta keep
I can't
have to
do
keep
that.
reading.
you have to that just sets up the whole thing of the movie. But
That's how that new Chippendale movie is. It's like animation and real, and I think 3D animation.
but that's
Because for some reason Sonic has to make a cameo in Chippendale.
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't know why that is.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is Robert Zemeckis, obviously ahead of his time on special effects and shit. But all right, where are we at? Number 6. All right, number 6. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yes, many
Yes.
times.
Nope.
Yeah.
I know about it. I just don't care. I hate movies that are like, I just like they
No,
do
good for you.
drugs and they're fucked
Some of
up.
these movies aren't that great, and it's like, and that's one of those, like Fear and Loathing. I'll say I watched it because of the exact same thing. I know people talked about it, and I know like there's been word about it, so I'm like, all right, I gotta watch this. And I have no interest to watch it again.
Of like they're doing drugs and it's trippy, man, and it's like,
How do
yeah,
you know? You've
Hunter
never
S.
seen it.
Thompson's the man. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah. Continue.
2 for 6.
All right. True Romance.
Yes.
Yes. Love that movie.
Do you count 30 seconds of being at Joe Dare's house and them watching it on the TV and me coming over and not caring at all?
No, because that means you haven't watched it.
Dude, True Romance is great. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying it isn't. I just haven't seen it and just, I don't know.
Watch it. That's actually one you should watch. It's a good movie. It's a really good one.
Wrote by Quentin Tarantino, directed by Tony Scott. Has like ensemble.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman, Brad
Drexel.
Pitt. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, all the good ones.
Just haven't seen it.
Okay, number 9.
Ganged up on you a little on that one.
I don't care, dude. I can't believe he said yes to the Goonies and Mars Attacks. I thought I was going to go 10 for 10.
If you would have asked me a year ago, it probably would have been 0 for.
Okay,
so far,
exactly. I forgot about that. So moving on. Almost Famous.
No.
You've never seen it.
No,
Tyler,
I've never seen it.
You?
No, yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
Cam,
what
Cam, you said yes?
Yes.
Who's in that?
Kate
Who's
Hudson.
into that?
Kate Hudson. I was gonna say Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
I have seen it. Yeah.
You have.
Okay.
And once again, it was a recent viewing, right? None of these movies I saw before I was 30 years old.
I think I saw it within at least the last 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
It's kind of a movie about nothing, but it's
Yeah.
more of like a vibe movie. It wasn't bad.
Mm.
It was moderately enjoyable.
Yeah.
It just sums up an era, basically. It's an era movie. But all right, number 10. Last but not least, Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I mean I've seen it now. It all in one sitting, probably not. But
That's the same thing.
we went through the Hannibal series. Once it, like, dude, literally, I think all the yeses that I've said are 100% due to COVID. Like before COVID, I don't think I had seen any of those movies because I had never seen Silence of the Lambs before very recently.
Yeah,
like,
I watched some obligatory classics
they
during
they
COVID
used
for
to be
sure.
like on TNT and like
Mhm.
AMC all the time, so like
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
catch it on actual TV back when that existed.
Once I sit through all those commercials.
Yeah, so it was like, yeah, seeing it all at once was not. And when it's on TV, there's parts that are edited out and shit that are like actually kind of critical to like,
Extremely.
the
yes.
plot.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of not the same. But yeah, we sat down and watched like them through. Hannibal's kind of a cool movie too. It's
Yeah,
like
it's not
whatever.
bad.
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon's
with,
okay too.
Dude,
whatever.
Red
Voldemort.
Dragon. So I saw Red Dragon before I saw Silence of the Lambs, and I remember like we rented Red Dragon, and I remember being like legitimately scared. So I must have been somewhat young, although as we've established on this pod, that could mean 14 years old.
When you saw Philip Seymour Hoffman's naked body glued to a wheelchair, you're like, "Oh my god, this is
He's
the
so
scariest
fat."
thing I've ever seen."
He's so fat.
Dude, Silence of the Lambs was like one of my dad's favorite movies. I've seen it way too many times at a
He
young age
studied it.
too.
Yeah, it was what's it called? I told my parents that I watched it when I was like younger, and my grandpa bought me the book for it, and I always laughed at that. I like that was always like a funny memory I had of my grandpa. Is he bought like me as like a 13-year-old? He bought me Silence of the Lambs book to read at school,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's totally normal.
Parents,
Hey,
the teachers are
works.
concerned. The teacher
Yeah.
was concerned for sure.
Viv literally is like still is currently reading because I guess there's like 7 of them. There's like a lot
ton
of
of books. Yeah, a ton of
Um,
books.
Yeah, she's read through them. She said some of them are way better than others, and others are
Mhm.
like kind of phone in. I'm telling you guys, you have to get on Hulu and start watching some of these like
Canceled.
shows that were out when we were in high school, like Jersey Shore and Rock of Love and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They're so fucking crazy, and they are so like incredibly offensive. Like it's nuts. Like it would never pass today. Never. Like it's so sexist and so crazy. Like it's nuts. Like Brett Michaels is like 50-year-old guy. He's got the wig on. He looks crazy.
I want to see you chicks make out.
And that's literally he's
every
like,
episode.
he's like trying to fuck these chicks like every episode, and you're like, this is so like disastrous. And like there's like old ladies, and they try to make it like kind of age appropriate. So you get these like old ladies with big fake cans, and they're like saying crazy stuff, and then challenges are all very like, you got to go into a porta potty and change into this crotchless bikini.
Wait,
Like it's literally like
You gotta lick all the whipped cream.
Wait. Go back real quick. They have to go into a porta potty.
dude. It's Brett Michaels' Rock of Love. So like there's a bunch of just bimbos that are competing for something. I don't even know. It's not even like The Bachelor where it's like it
They're not
ends in
even
a
like going to
marriage.
marry him.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
like it just is like you get to fuck Brett
Yeah,
Michaels.
yeah. You get to
So you
get
said-
hammered
you
on a
said this is
tour
a
bus.
challenge. This is a challenge. They just have like a porta potty
So,
outside. They're
so
like,
to win the date with Brett, you have to show you can make it on the road. And what that means is running from the tour bus to a porta potty, changing into a
taking a
corset,
huge shit.
and then jump into a dumpster to find a guitar pick. That is the challenge. And if you can do
What?
that
What?
before anybody else can, you win the date with Brett.
The dumpster's
And,
full of trash. The
Had a
dumpster's full of trash.
security stand, took a shit.
Wait.
in that dumpster.
Wait. We have
Just
to go to
letting
the
you
porta
know,
potty and
ladies.
change into what?
A crotchless panty suit.
Like
to go
lingerie.
into the dumpster.
Yeah.
Wait. Is there a lot of trash in the dumpster where
Oh,
they have
of
to find
course.
the pick?
Dude, it's not fake at all. It's like
Wait a
there's
second.
like beans and like it's filled with crap.
Beans.
It's
Sounds like
insane.
Fear Factor.
It would never pass. A producer would look at the script or whatever they do where these things and be like, "Are you out of your mind? Like, what? Are you some sort of psycho?"
We let Brett write this episode.
And then they have to like gobble a corn cob with their hands behind their back.
All right, life
All
on the
right,
road.
take
They
it
gotta-
easy. Take
Let's
it easy,
see
Brett.
how if I kick them out of the tour bus going 60 miles per hour.
Can they live? All right, honey.
Open up
This
that
is
door.
called the stop, drop, and roll. Aren't you
Ready?
gonna stop the bus? Can't waste time,
Nah.
baby. We're on to St. Louis.
You gonna make it on tour?
I don't even know.
All right, you get a date when you're out.
When you're out of the hospital, you
You're
get a
out of the
date with
hospital.
Brett.
Your leg gets out of the cast.
He's literally a 50-year-old man in a bandana and Ed Hardy, and he keeps saying crazy. He's like, "What's going on?" So though I've just been saying "What's going on" throughout the entire house all week. Just what's going on?
Driving Viv crazy.
All right, give me a guitar. Every road.
Kyle, if you think they don't play that every episode,
Oh
you
my
would be mistaken. It's overlaying the entire season is Poison songs. It's so embarrassing. I can't even. It's embarrassing for all parties. You feel bad for the girls. You kind of feel bad for Brett. It's like,
Do you though?
well,
We could
dude,
have
in
each girl.
classic like dating show fashion, it's like self-parody where like there's like two like younger hot chicks, and so he literally hasn't spoken to them the entire season, but they keep moving on. Right?
I got to see what Brenda's up to.
That's literally like all these other old
That's
hags
the
are like
norm.
grabbing him and making out with him and trying to like, please pay attention to me. And the young girls are like, yeah, whatever. I just want to be on TV. And he's like, I kind of want to know what they're up to.
Yeah.
I love her spirit, the one that's ignoring me.
Meanwhile, the
All right, all right,
50-year-old
next
ladies fucking
Next
sucking
challenge,
his
all right.
dick in the back room. He's like, I'm sorry, we didn't have anything in common.
That is also a twist on the usual Bachelor trope where they go meet the dads of the final three or whatever. And that goes about as well as you think it would, where they're having like a nice dinner and one of the girls immediately has to start fighting with the other girl in front of their dads. And she goes, fuck you, Heather. You've been sucking Brett's dick every night. You're going to tell your dad about that? And it's just like,
Heather,
the cameraman's like,
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, he's the talking head behind. He's like, well, Heather's a winner. You know, she just tries every everything
No,
she can do to win this competition.
somebody
knows
had
what
the
it takes to win.
decency. Somebody had the
every-
decency in editing to be like, the talking head after that scene is like one of the dads being like, you know, I would have hoped a little better for my daughter than Brett. But
Every
I'm here.
dad of their daughter is just sitting there like,
But there wasn't any other washed out rock star on the show, so
that's what one girl gets eliminated and she literally says that. She's like, I'm glad I'm gone. I can do a lot better than some washed up piss hack like Brett. Like basically saying like I can go fuck a more famous guy.
Celebrity. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, okay, what a goal.
Yeah.
I hang out around the Chicago Bulls locker room and see
what
if
happens.
any takers.
Cam, remember when we saw, or Tyler, you might have been there too, when we saw the next bus at
Yes.
the
Yeah.
roller rink?
at the
Yes.
roller rink. Yeah.
We took pics.
Dude,
I
that would
thought,
be
yeah, I have
sick.
those pics on my old photo
We took
bucket.
pics getting out of it.
R.I.P.
Dude, why
Yeah.
doesn't that show still exist? Probably for similar things where it was
Oh,
like
it
where
was
it's like the
terrible.
girls get out of the bus and it'd be like 5 interesting facts about her. She can put her legs behind her head. It's like
How old is she?
Jesus.
Yeah.
She's 18. Oh god.
He told us.
Can swallow an entire cucumber in one bite.
She did it for the producers 40 times.
40 times.
Nah, I think it's the instant like the big girls show up and it's always the instant. Oh, next, instant next.
He ain't
Dude,
ready for all this.
That's
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my gosh, I completely forgot about that aspect of the show. That's why it doesn't exist. right? Because the
I'm gonna
thought
have to
of
say goodbye to Bertha.
immediately judging people on their appearance is like
Oh yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
taboo these days.
Ooh,
But
Yeah,
like
instant
the
next.
idea that like a haggard chick gets out of the bus and the dude just goes next.
Oh yeah. Oh
when
yeah.
she steps down and it's an instant next. I totally
Yeah, yeah.
forgot
She doesn't
about
even
that
take
part.
2 steps towards him, and he's going next.
Like,
Dude,
100%.
that show
smiles as
was
she walks down.
that show
Oh,
fucking
already
ruled.
next.
Like because the
Yeah.
girls would be
Kevin
in the
Newgas
bus.
was on it.
What's that?
You can edit his name out, but Kevin Newgas was on next.
Oh, I gotta find that. They
He was
probably
on one of
scrubbed
the
that from
when
the
he was
internet.
when he was a punker. He was still like in his punk phase. He was on
Wait,
next.
dude, I think I did know that. I think I've seen that episode
Mhm.
because I think it's kind of
He gets next.
manufactured, right?
He gets next instantly too. I think.
Oh, I thought he was the dude. I feel like we knew somebody who was the dude, and because I remember them like going to their house and being like, "This is my house."
he got
blah, blah,
next
blah.
like pretty quick. I'm pretty
They
sure.
have like before they go out of the bus, whatever it's male or female. It's usually funnier when it's female. That they're in the bus and they're talking, and you can tell that there's like the crazy delusional person who's like, these girls ain't got nothing on me because blah 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 blah, and then they just get nexted immediately, and there's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that satisfaction that wells up within you, like
Ego killer.
yeah,
Yeah.
like great, I'm glad that bitch got nexted by this other loser.
Instantly.
She doesn't get to go on a date with this idiot.
Yeah.
Well, guess you missing out on all this.
Just to let you know, you could have been having sex tonight.
You could have hammered this.
Can I unnext?
Okay, we can end the show. I got what I
No,
came here for.
Yeah, I'm good. Pretty much all I was here for.
That reminds me of the legend, my favorite UFC fighter of all time, Luke Rockhold. Not a good fighter at all, but like I think he was champion for a while.
Former
'cause
champion.
he got
Former champion.
Yeah, a freak injury or something. But because he knocked out what, Bisping, I think.
Oh, Bisping knocked him out.
Oh yeah,
I think he took the belt from Chris Weidman.
Yeah, it was a leg snap.
No,
right?
leg snap was Chris Weidman against Anderson Silva.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Did he just win it fair and square?
Yes.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, he went on one of those like celebrity matchmaker shows for some insane reason. And I don't know, like I don't watch this show, so it was just luck of the draw that he was on there. And they like everything's going very well. She sets him up with like 3 haggard chicks, but then she has a secretary. She's like some lady, New York, thick accent, like dark hair, older, like seems very severe, and she's the millionaire matchmaker. She's got this secretary that's like clearly way more attractive than any of like the girls that she sets him up with. And so he comes into her office, and I'm talking to Viv. I'm like, oh, he's gonna like the secretary, I guarantee you. Sure enough, he's like, hey, I don't know about any of the girls you sent me up with, but can I go on a date with your secretary? And she's like, yeah, sure. So they go out on a date, and whatever, they like, do their regular thing, and it seems like it went fine, and they're kind of out on this deck of a boat or whatever, and they kind of cut away. And they cut to the scene of the secretary explaining how the date went to the millionaire matchmaker, and she was like, that guy is repugnant. Like, he is a fucking pig, blah, blah, blah. And the lady's like, what? I saw the footage. It looked fine. Like, well, what happened? And she's like, we were having a nice night, and all of a sudden, he whispers in my ear, do you spit or swallow?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just a romantic guy, first date. I mean, you got to get things out of
nah.
the way.
Yeah, cut
real
the
quick.
shit.
You gotta cut right to the
It's-
chase.
Hey, I brought you
Nah.
on my boat. You said yes. I don't know what
That's-
else.
You're
That
good to
is
be on
standard.
I've been
camera.
very polite.
That is standard.
I
Luke
have
Rockhold.
clothes on currently.
I opened the door for you. I mean, what more do you want?
There's a whole production crew here. I
They
don't understand.
want to film.
I'm missing signals here. What?
Yeah, we got our signals. No, he is super unapologetic.
Yeah,
He
it's
literally
missing
goes into the
communication.
office with her, and she's like, "Get the fuck out of my office, you pig!" And he's just laughing. Like, he just runs out of the office.
Back on my boat to ask another chick if she's
He's
smaller.
Oh man,
Dime a dozen.
I really had to take time out of my busy schedule of asking other chicks not on camera. if they spit or swallow.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Hey, this is a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. Yeah. Come here real quick.
That's literally exactly what
Hey, the boat's great. Everyone's happy. The weather's nice. You spit or swallow, bitch.
Yeah, what do you think? Huh?
Oh my
What's
god.
it gonna be? What's it gonna
Jesus.
be?
Jesus.
You
What's
swimming? Yeah. You spit or swallow, you swimming. You swimming back.
You spit, swallow, or
I
swim.
still never got an answer.
Hey, can you give her my number?
That invitation's still open.
Let me know.
Doing finger guns out the door. Yes.
No, yeah, he's like, no, they cut back to him. Yeah, so I think the date went really well.
She's a sweet girl.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. I think we'll see each other again.
Full
They miss her
confidence.
As a matter of fact,
I think we're-
I
think
know
it's gonna
we're
go.
You know, they're chicken. You know, it's just
I think we're gonna get married.
I think she's the one.